Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and let's get started with today's video. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, even though I just said that for the billionth time. But anyways, today's YouTube video is going to be where I read anonymous confessions, from people online. And I guess, I don't know, I low-key just so I found these two sources. So one of them is Confess Your Confessions, and then obviously, we're gonna be going back and forth between Reddit and Confessions because these are some interesting stories, guys. Obviously, like, I'm just gonna go through them with you guys, but okay, so let's read the first one. Okay, this one says, I told my friends I was super into basketball just to fit in. First, I thought it would be cool. Then they started inviting me to play every weekend. Now I have no clue what I'm doing out there. I'm just standing around pretending like I know the rules, but inside, I'm freaking out because I don't want them to see how bad I really am. Every time the ball comes near me, I panic and just hope they don't pass it to me or I'll embarrass myself. What if they find out? They'll think I'm a joke. Honestly, I think to this, so okay. Oh, this was supposed in November. Okay, so not even that long ago. Um, I think just to tell your friends that you were in the basketball just to fit in. Like, okay, for starters, one, that's just, I don't know. Even putting yourself in a situation just to fit in, I don't think should be the standard at this point. Like, you might see someone that's super into art, and then you're like, oh, like I really like art, but then in reality, like, personally, like, okay, you know what, you don't like art because you don't like, you don't have yourself, you don't have a passion for it, you know so but anyways, back to the main topic. um at the end of the day, like, I think it's just about you being true to yourself, but also, you being, true to your friends. Eventually, I feel like it would be better to just tell them and to just like say, like, hey, you know what, I don't like, I'm not really into basketball, like, and just actually tell them what your actual hobbies are. At the end of the day, if they're your true friends, like, they'll actually like stick around because, excuse me, a lot of friends, I think a lot of us may have the same interests. Some of us may or may not have the same interests. Some people may have the same interests as us. Some people may not, and that's okay. Like, because it's always good to hear what somebody else is doing as like their interest or as their hobby every so now and then. Anyways, okay, so let's see the next one. My best friend's engagement ring to show it off at a party 2 years ago, and lost it in the backyard. I searched for hours, but it was gone. I had to tell so and so. She cried, thinking someone stole it, but I knew the truth. It eats away at me every time we hang out, like a shadow looming over our friendship. Wait. Like, okay, first off, the engagement ring. I have no word. I have no words. I don't even know what to say to that. It's just, I think it's just like complete silence. It's just, I don't know. Like, I don't know what to say to that. Okay, okay, okay. Borrowing something is understandable, but the engagement ring and losing it at a part, like losing it in the backyard at the party, it was just like, so I'm guessing from what this confession is basically saying is like, okay, well, you know, she showed off her best friend's engagement ring at a party, but then yet she lost it, and then after, like, the best friend was upset that, like, thinking someone had stole her engagement ring, but she had new. Okay, I don't even think that was even borrowing. I think that was more of like stealing in a way, because it was like You took your best friend's engagement ring without her noticing, and you didn't even tell her anything. So I don't know. It's just, I mean, I don't even want to say like shame on her, but it's just like, dang, okay. So now next we are going to go on Reddit. I fake an accent at my job. My heart is pounding writing this because I haven't told anyone this. So I work at this one store and I work on the sales floor. But before all that, I was just one person interviewing for a position at the store. Before I arrived for my interview, a friend of mine dared me to interview in a British accent. Okay, we love people that have British accents though. Like if you actually have a British accent, like we love you. We appreciate you very much. But anyways, let's get back to this. I said I'll do it only if they paid me, and to my surprise, they sent me like $10 through Venmo. Not the $10 through Venmo is taking me out, which was way more than enough for me. I went onto the interview with the mindset that I wasn't gonna get hired, and they hired me on the spot, accent and all. I was nervous because I was already talking to a whole bunch of higher ups with the accent and decided to just go through with it, thinking it was only going to be a summer job. I was so wrong. It's been like 7 months that I've been working there and I still use the accent to this day. When people ask me where I'm from, I just tell them my hometown because I have several Brits from that town who I grew up with. The accent hasn't really possessed a problem until now because my boyfriend is friends with one of the coworkers, so I'm going to have to find the right time to come clean. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Wow. Okay. Okay. All I'm just gonna say is like faking an accent the whole time, especially at a job, is like would it? That's crazy though. Like, and the fact that they did it for $10. I mean, but low key, I feel like I feel like I feel like it's just funny. Like that's just funny to me. And I think like it's so yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit shocked. I mean, but yeah. Okay. I think just like having an accent and then just like and then like faking an accent and then going along with it, like it's crazy. I don't think I could fake an accent for that long. Like it's just if I were to, I mean, I don't know. I feel like if I were to, I would be so smart about it. Like I think I'll just do it like temporarily in and out stop. Like okay, so the next one. I found a friend's Reddit account and it's sad. We aren't like best friends anymore, but we know each other pretty well. Today I noticed a fake. From my city, someone posted, so I clicked on their username and started snooping, wondering if I can figure out if I knew them. And holy moly, I sure do. How, you may ask? Well, yes, he posted a lot of pictures on another sub of his dog and newish adopted cat. Didn't know he had a cat, but this will be important soon. I started reading his comments slash posts and I felt so bad for him. First of all, the love of his life passed a few years ago. Damn, that has to suck, especially when it's like when you're in love with somebody and then they pass. Like that's, I know that has to be the worst feeling for the dude. And he came upon a little dog, and he fell in love with his at, at most 6 ounce, wait, wait, 6 pound um chihuahua named Baby. Picture a 56-year-old, 6 foot, 4-inch biker dude with a beard that hangs down to his chest that carries a small chihuahua in his jacket pocket, or in the summer dog goes in a funny pack and rides with the dog on his motorcycle. It's the most adorable thing I've ever seen. Why is this sad? Well, like I said, I didn't know he had a cat. After reading his post, it's clear he has kept the information about the cat a secret because people made fun. He talked, he cried, and hugged Baby as if it wasn't for this little doggy he would have planned to himself. he said he planned to ride to Colorado and drive off a mountain. In okay, in in the post of pics, he found this kitten wet, cold, and starving. Took the cat to the vet for all its shots, and he talks so passionately about this new love. I'm thinking about sending him a message on the pretense of just checking up on him since it's been before Thanksgiving since I spoke to him, hoping he will say something about the cat so I can reassure him he has nothing to hide. But I'm not sure how to really approach this subject or just leave it alone. This man has a heart of gold who helps anyone no matter what he's doing. He'll just stop to listen or give a helping hand. Now before anyone asks, how do I know it's him? I know his house and yard. In the pics, I noticed items that are in his house, his back patio with the same furniture and a smoker that he built. It's one of a kind, plus a ring that he always wears. I'm not even sure if he posted this on the right sub or if this is the wrong sub. Sorry, please forgive me. Wow, that was a lot. But firstly, I think that's it's such a small world where it's like sometimes you like when you see somebody like anonymously post stuff and then you start to add stuff up and then you're like, wait, like I feel like I might know this person. But I do feel, I mean, in a way, like I do feel bad because it's like, okay, well, firstly, his left has, you know, he's like, I'm assuming either girlfriend or wife. I'm that's just me just assuming, but I think for context, I think that does suck because, especially losing somebody has to be the worst thing in the world. Like, I know how that feels, and it's not an easy type of feeling at all. So it's kind of like, whoa, like what do you even do in this situation? So honestly, I think, and I think that just really think about it, like I think just to hear that, like, the little doggy, had came into his life. I think sometimes I've realized that animals like sometimes save a lot of us humans' lives, especially when we're in the worst situation in life. And it's like, okay, you know what, this animal can really just be your comfort animal, and then it's like, wow, like you would never expect that. So yeah, I mean, I think I'm I think in a way, you know, I would just say like, definitely just like text them. I mean, you never know, like truly on, he could always end up like reaching back out too and just like, because you may never know. Sometimes people, like to hear from others, and I think it's such a good thing too to hear back from someone you haven't conversated in such a good minute. Okay, so my boyfriend's Reddit account, and I expected to find a lot of messed up stuff on there, like asking for or talking about a long lost love. But he has written the sweetest things about me, asking Reddit for opinions about what he should do for me. I feel so loved. He doesn't know that I found his account. Should I tell him? Question mark. Loki, um I think in a way, okay, okay, what side of me is more of like you should tell him, but then also it's more of like, but then but then I don't know. I think in a way the girl was also like expecting to think that, okay, well, how do I word it? I don't know. I think she was just like thinking like her boyfriend was just red flags, but really in reality he was just trying to find ways to love her better. I think that's what's such a great thing about a guy, especially when they find ways of like trying to find a better way to love, to love their partner a lot more better, because it really shows like, hey, you know what, you're putting an effort to do this, you're doing all of this, and it's like, so I mean, I wouldn't say tell him, I mean, but like, because it's more of like, if you know, I mean, I feel like more just like keep it to yourself in a way. Oh, okay. It's gonna be an interesting one for you guys to hear this. I accidentally found my best friend's Reddit account, and now I don't know if I could ever see him the same way. I have been best so okay, so we're talking about, for instance, a girl, right? So she's been best friends with this guy for about 7 years. Oh, this was recent. We've been through some of the hardest periods of each other's lives. Even after moving away, we still talk almost every single day and share what's happening in our lives. I genuinely believed he was a decent person. A few days ago, while he was drunk, he accidentally sent me a screenshot from his Reddit account asking a question. He realized what he'd done, and he deleted about an hour later. I know I shouldn't have, but curiosity got the better of me, and I looked up his Reddit profile. I wish I had it. Oh, at first I saw him actively participating in a lot of communities, posting things like asking if anyone was up for or or with chat with slash about women. That's his personal life. Then it started getting bad. I found multiple posts where he was taking completely normal photos of female celebrities and influencers and posting them in sexual forms, calling them degrading names almost in all of his posts, and asking if anyone had their or anything sexual to say about them. None of these women were posting anything remotely. Then I found out. Then I found posts where he wrote about being sexually attracted to his older cousin, who has always treated him like a younger brother. He described fantasies about her that honestly made me feel sick. The final real thing that disturbed me was finding a post finding a post about one of our mutual friends where people were commenting and making up stories about having with her. I know for a matter of fact those things never happened, so it seems like another fantasy involving someone we actually know. I've barely been able to process this. This is someone I trusted for 7 years. I have very close friends, and he's been one of the most important people in my life. But not every conversation with him feels different because I can't stop thinking about everything I saw. I also feel guilty because I invaded his privacy by looking at his profile in the first place. At the same time, I can't unsee what I found. I'm not looking for people to immediately tell me to cut him off. I know that's the obvious um, answer many people give, but several years of friendship isn't something I can emotionally switch off overnight. Has anyone ever has anyone been in a situation where discovering someone's on life online life completely changed how you saw them? Is there any way to process this or move forward? I'm generally lost and would appreciate thoughtful advice than to just block them. Okay, firstly, we need to get into a couple of things because, whoa, like, I think just like, okay, I think firstly, just reading that, like, that's crazy. It's just, okay, where do I even start? So the so the guy like so the guy and the girl have been friends for several years, from what we were all just like hearing me read, right? So I do feel bad. Honestly, I'm not even gonna sit here and sugarcoat it, but I do feel bad, for like, especially. But then it sounds like in a way like he's talking badly about women, but then it's just like, so then would that mean that you hate your friends too? Like that's one side. Like that's just what my thoughts are. Like generally, I don't know how to even like. That was a lot for me to like read and process. Where I'm like, whoa, like especially when was mentioned, like that was like, I'm like, yeah, I'm just shocked. But firstly, I mean, I think at the end of the day, I think honestly, like, I think honestly at the end of the day, it's just to the best way sometimes is like distancing yourself. Like, but then especially when it's like, okay, well, you know, if like, I'm not saying, oh, hey, don't be like, in a way, don't be friends with him, but it's more of like, I feel like distance yourself is like what the better option would be, because it's just like, it's just no, like just no, like I feel bad. I do feel bad, like that sucks. I know that has to be like the worst thing ever, and it's just like, it's just wow. My friends left me for my birthday party early and all went to the club. Um, I wanted to throw a party for my 30th birthday. I let my friends know months in advance. I hired live music, a mechanical bull, a taco cart, open bar, and a snack cart. Excuse me. The day of the party, I was running around trying to make sure everything was situated. After I cut the cake, I changed into a more comfortable dress and was ready to drink and dance the night away with everyone. When I come back, I see most of my friends leaving. I thought they were going home because it was a hot night. So I said bye to everyone and didn't think much of it. I was a little bummed out because they were my closest friends, but whatever. Then once I'm in bed, I see everyone went to the club. They left my 30th birthday party to go to the club. I feel really hurt, and don't feel like it's a big enough reason to end 10 my 10 plus year friendships. But it also was really messed up. I'm not sure what to do slash feel. Well, okay, so I think when you let your friends know about something that's going on like months in advance or even a month before, it's better so that like, actually no, we're gonna get to the main part. Like them, like the moment, like after she's done getting dressed, like she's done changing, like all of a sudden they're not leaving. Like I think to me it's a little bit messed up because she put all, like I think that she's put all her hardworking money into her birthday party, and then it's like, okay, well, why are these people, like especially her closest friends, like like why are they leaving, like why are they going home? It doesn't make any sense at all, to where it's like, okay, well, but yeah, I think just like think about it, like that's just, how do I word it? That's just, I think it's a big enough reason to end your friendships with them, because it's like, okay, well, if, like, I think my biggest question is, how long did they end up staying? Like, is the thing, did they end up staying for a good amount of time, or was it like, okay, you know what, like, they left 20-30 minutes after, like, after you had gotten ready, like, or after you had put on your comfortable dress? Because, I don't know, that's just, I think I would find that a little bit weird. I would just find that very awkward. And I don't know, I think that would give me just me, from my perspective, that would give me a personal reason to be like, oh yeah, you know what, I'm cutting all these friendships off. I'm just like, yeah, no, it's not working. It's not working out for me. We're going to look at two more, and then that'll be it for today's video. Okay. My friend's boyfriend is making me hate mine. For context, my best friend started hanging out with a guy even before they were officially together. He just he got her a karaoke set for her birthday because he knew how much she liked singing. He didn't need to be asked. He just genuinely liked her. Paid attention to what she liked, and wanted to do something thoughtful for her. His behavior made me realize my boyfriend generally doesn't like me at all. We started hanging out in late May of last year and became official at the beginning of July. My birthday is in August. His is in early May. So we have already had 2 birthdays together. He didn't get me anything for either of my birthdays, and he knows how important birthdays are to me. I never expected anything expensive. I just want something to that shows he thought about me. For his birthday this year, I got him Birkenstocks because his daily shoes are from high school, a custom made silver bracelet, and a wallet because I noticed his old one was falling apart. I also bought him a cake and took him out to celebrate. I tried making excuses for him last year because we had already been dating for a short time. I told myself we just started dating. There's no need for him to do anything over the top. Then my birthday passed and nothing. Then I watched my best friend get treated with that kind of thoughtfulness by a guy who wasn't even officially her boyfriend yet. I'm just that I spent my time over someone that didn't even care. Okay. Okay, just looking at the situation, I think that if you've already made that boundary where it's like, okay, well, like my birthday is important to me, right? Like you already made that boundary set where it's like, okay, you know what? It doesn't even have to be nothing expensive. If it's something simple as like a card or like just anything really, then then you'd be thankful. I mean, then she'd be she would already be thankful. Like she wasn't really spoiled. She was. It shows that she wasn't spoiled. She was not asking for much. She's just like as long as you get me something, that's what that matters. But then for his birthday, it's like he got all this stuff, and she decided to be nice out of the kindness of her own heart. You know, but like she was also trying to set that boundary too, where she didn't want him to do anything like over the top. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. So, um, I think at the end of the day, it's just one like my opinion about how I feel about this. Obviously, if you're not taking the time to notice, like, what this person likes, what this person is interested in, then I'm like, okay, you know what, you really don't like him like that, or you really just don't like him at all, if that makes sense. Because of the fact that it's like, okay, well, like, why are we, not doing this? Why are we, just, it's like, no one wants to have to sit there for their own birthday and, like, and to just, and to not get anything, or to not even, like, you know, or to even be considerate about, about others. Like, can they, yeah, sure, there is one you, but at the end of the day, sometimes you also have to, you don't always have to care about people, but also in a way I'm saying, you don't have to be like, a pain in the butt about it. Like, but I think personally, at the end of the day, it's just clearly from what it sounds like, it's just, he's just not working out for you. And that, that you deserve so much better for yourself. Someone that actually does notice the small things and does notice, like, what you like and what not. Because clearly, like, that's just not working out. So what life is like when my husband isn't home, and I loved it. My husband got a new job that requires him to travel. He started yesterday, had to go to another state for a whole week. I've never been alone before. I lived with my parents until I met him, and lived with him ever since. We've never really been away from each other except for one night here and there, never a week. Before he left, I cleaned the whole house, the entire house. I cleaned up after him every day, and it's annoying. I cleaned the house because I prepared to be in a clean, tidy home that I could purely just enjoy for a week. As night rolled in, I lunched on my clean, tidy couch with my dog and watched my current favorite show. Then I went to clean to a clean, empty bed with fresh, crisp sheets in a clean bathroom. Oh, and I for hours, and I did whatever I wanted to without anyone touching me or getting involved. I had the best orgasms. I felt so happy to have this level of freedom for a whole week. In the morning, he called to tell me that his trip was canceled and he was on his way home. He's been home for exactly 7 hours, and the house is trash. He went to bed before me, and wouldn't shut up, calling me to bed, asking when I'm going to turn off my laptop, and whining and whinging over everything just because I didn't realize how beautiful life in Seoul is. I've never had it before to know that. I dream of it every day from now. That's all. But okay. Firstly, I think personally, I think living in a house with somebody that doesn't clean up after themselves is just like, I don't think that's okay. Because my thing is, at the end of the day, yes, we're all living under the same roof. We are all living in the same place. So it's like, it's better for you to clean up after yourself, or at least to show that you can actually be productive. Because for instance, right, like, I'll give you an example. Say for instance, right, like, you know, you and your partner are both like married, or, you know, or you and your partner are both living together, right? Say for instance, like, your partner does like, actually, or you do more than what your partner does, right? But, you know, your partner is just like either playing video games or just doing like, you know, doing like the bare minimum. Like, they're not doing as much around the house like they should be. While you on the other hand is like, you know, you're doing pretty much everything: washing clothes, doing dishes, taking out trash, doing whatever pretty much needs to get done. Like, you try to find ways to be productive. But, you know, in this case scenario, it's more like, I don't know, I think, but the whole house being trashed, like, you know, like after the fact he comes back, like, you know, to me, like, him trashing it is kind of like a little bit insane to me. Like, you know, it's like, the house is perfectly all fine. The house, like, it's like, but then also I look at it from perspective too, where it's like, okay, you know what? I know that some households may also have it as like, okay, you know what? This person cooks, this person cleans. I also look at it from that perspective too. So don't think I'm just trying to throw shade, but that's also me saying, okay, well, you know what? Sometimes it could also be 50-50, but also some households may be differently. This person may, you know, do all the cooking around the house and do this, or, well, this person does all the cleaning, you know, whatever, you know, just anything that needs to get done, really. So so obviously that's the way I like to look at it from too. I think that's also like one thing I was like trying like not to like, you know, realize too. But yeah. Anyways, guys, that was pretty much it for today's YouTube video. I hope you guys enjoyed, you know, me reading some of these confessions. And yeah, if you guys want a part two, then don't forget to like, comment, you know, and subscribe, you know, because you may never know. I might bring out a part two. Yeah, so, you know, actually, you know what, guys, just a little challenge, you know, if this video does like end up like doing like well, I will make sure I get you guys a part two for sure. Like, yeah, but other than that, I hope you guys really enjoyed today's video, and yeah, I will see you guys all on the next video. Bye, guys. Deuces.